G'day everyone, Ian Fegan here, also known as Professor Shoelace. Today's video is about Gippo lacing, a complicated method sent to me by the South African military. It's a straight lacing method on the top, but underneath there's a very convoluted path that results in these closed loops at the top. One closed loop tightens from the middle of the lacing, the other closed loop tightens from the top and bottom of the lacing. So when you pull both loops, the whole boot tightens up. That's the theory. Let's see how it's laced. I've got it set up on my Ian Shoelace site, which I animate. You can see it starts in the middle. We've got a zigzag section at the top, one closed loop, a second closed loop, and a zigzag section at the bottom, tied together. Now, let's look at that on a real shoe. I'm using a fairly tall Converse sneaker here, and I've got some very long shoelaces which you'll need because of the additional length of the loops at the top. These are actually some snowboard laces. Now we begin by running one end out through the bottom, just a short end because that's what we'll be tying off with. The other end, go all the way to the second eyelet from the top right. Pull it out through that eyelet, creating the first diagonal. Now we feed in through the top eyelet, and this time we don't pull it all the way through. We'll leave a fair bit of length for that loop that we tighten with. Now we begin by going out through the third eyelet from the top on the left hand side. That creates a diagonal there, so that diagonal goes down 2 eyelets and across. Now we create the zigzag here by going straight across on the outside and diagonally on the inside and out through the next lower eyelet. Again, straight across on the outside, in, and diagonally on the inside, and out through the next lower eyelet. Now we repeat this all the way down to the middle of the shoe. This is not a very high boot, so we're already at the middle. That's where we go straight across and in through the adjacent eyelet. Now we need to run diagonally up and out through the top eyelet. I'll just feed under these upper sections to make it look neat, and out through the top eyelet. Now here we again leave a long loop and feed in. Now I'll once again pass underneath those top sections, and here we'll create the lower zigzag. We go out through the first adjacent eyelet on the right hand side, straight across on the outside, in through the adjacent eyelet, diagonally on the inside and out, straight across and in, diagonally and out. And at the bottom, if we've got enough length here, we just tie a reef knot, which is a left over right knot, followed by right over left knot. I'm making it pretty compact here. I don't want particularly long loose ends at the bottom there. And that's it. That's our Gippo lacing. Now you may wonder how to tie this. At the top you would just hold the loops together as though they are a single lace, tie your starting knot, and then tie your finishing knot. I'll use my Ian knot, but you can use a regular shoelace knot, and you'll end up with a triple loop. Each one is a double loop and a single loop that's like the loose ends that you would normally untie with. So at the end of the day, that is indeed how you would untie the knot. Anyway, that's it. That's Gippo lacing. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you want more information, diagrams, instructions, animations, you name it, you can go to Ian's Shoelace site.